What's going on with that? Mute. You still can't hear me? Hello? Y'all still can't hear me? You hear me now? Hey, Big O. Like I ain't seen you in forever. Hey, y'all can hear me now? Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Today is Testimony Tuesday. How's everybody feeling today? How's everybody feeling today? How thankful are you is today? Anybody want to come up and share a testimony? You can. I've been going through a lot these past couple of months, but I do thank God for his grace and mercy. Yeah, it's good to see everyone. And thank you, Big O, for still being a member of my channel. I appreciate you. I don't even know if I had a chance to tell you Merry Christmas or Happy New Year. Because you know my mom passed a week before Christmas, and it seemed like everything just went all kinds of ways. But, you know, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's still hard, but I ask God daily to continue to make me stronger. And I done came a long way, but grieving doesn't have a time stamp. There's no time stamp on grieving. But today is Testimony Tuesday. And if anybody wants to come up and share a testimony or talk about some of their goals or some of the things that they're thankful for, what it means to step out on faith. If you want to come up and share some things, or you can put it in the comments about some things that you stepped out on faith to do. I mean, we're so thankful. You know, we have a lot to be thankful for. You know, a lot of people is caught up in these winter storms. Some people they done lost their loved ones. Everybody's going through something. And then we got to deal with the economy the way it is. We don't know. I went in the grocery store today, Lord Jesus. I'm looking at some of those food prices. Man, those things are getting so ridiculous. Food is getting so high, y'all. You gotta, if you ain't got food stamp, if you don't have food stamp, you probably wish you had, like me. Goodness gracious. Cause it get ridiculous out here. You gotta just do what you're able to do, and what you can't do, you can't worry about it. Put in the chat what you're thankful for today. Put in the chat about have you stepped out on faith and did some things and you know that you wasn't sure if you want to do it, but your faith, you stepped out on faith and you did it, and everything turned out right for you. You can put it in the chat, or either you can come on the panel. I haven't had a panel in a long time. Ooh, did I see a super chat? Welcome in, everybody. I did. Hey, Butt Files. I thought I seen a super chat. Thank you, Big O. Like I said, you one of my guys over here. I appreciate everybody that do come over. I thought I seen a super chat. A super chat. I did. I got a super chat. So thank you. I thought I seen a super chat. A super chat. I did. I got a super chat. So thank you. I thought I seen a super chat. A super chat. I did. I got a super chat. So thank you. thank you. I thought I seen a super chat. A super chat. I did. I did. I got a super chat. So thank you. So thank you. All right, I'm back. Thank you again, Big O. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Hey, Butt Files. Good to see you. And Terry, I was reading what Terry was saying. What are y'all thankful for today? And have y'all stepped out on faith on doing things that, like I said, we try things, but sometimes we have to, we second guess on a lot of things that we think that we probably can't do, but we end up stepping out on faith and then it turned out for our own good. So what have y'all been in a situation where you have to put you have to put all the faith in God and make the right decisions on things that you know what was best for you? Anybody had to go through that? Anybody got a testimony they want to share? Let me know. I can drop the link. So I'm gonna read what y'all was saying. And then I'm gonna share my testimony for today and just gonna talk about how I step out on faith on a lot of things. Okay. Yeah, I'm being good, Big O. Are you being good? That is the question. Are you being good? Okay. Sierra said, I can see and hear you. Okay. Good to see it, everyone. We must remember faith without work is dead. You must be in the right position in order to receive your blessing. Amen, amen, amen. I'm blessed. I'm not in jail cell. I'm not in a cemetery. I'm not in the hospital. And I'm not in a nursing home. I'm not in an insane asylum. I'm not a homeless shelter. Got that right. I'm not in a loveless relationship. I don't have to make Lord have mercy. Oh, Terry said, I I don't have to make kiss butt money. I'm a child of God. I'm blessed. I'm feeling great. I'm doing great. I'm not claiming anything else. That's right. You just had a birthday. That's a lot to be thankful for. You just turned another year older last week. So happy belated birthday to Terry. Happy belated birthday to Frank. All the babies, all the ones that were born in February, all the ones that are born in March. I know Miss Key's birthday was March the 1st. I don't know who else's birthday. Y'all have to remind me. But happy birthday to all the March babies. We must remember experience a failure if you didn't learn anything from it. That's right. We must remember fear comes from 1 to 6 place, a lack of faith, lack of knowledge, lack of experience, lack of preparation. 5, not telling the truth, listen to someone too scared. That's true. To get in the game of life. But I want to share my testimony today. I'm thankful that God woke me up this morning. I was able to get up. Y'all know I've been doing my little. I step out on faith and do that. But I be in pain, but I be trying to fight through it because I know some of the things that I'm doing are going to be for my own better use. I thank God for being able to see my family this morning, my brothers, my husband, I thank God for my children, my grandchildren. I thank God for y'all, my channel, the people that do hey Frank, how you doing? I thank God for my channel. I thank God for the people that support me. Good to see you, Frank. How you been doing? How your day been going? Today is Testimony Tuesday. Anybody want to share something you want to share in the chat? Today I just want to talk about stepping out on faith. And I have stepped out on faith on a lot of things, on a lot of situations. And sometimes when I do step out on faith, I have to put faith over fear. You know, I used to fear how would I be if I was to lose my mom. Now I see how I feel. I do see how I feel. And when I lost my mom, it made me feel like, should I continue to keep living, or should I just stay put the way where I've been feeling? So it's a lot of things I had to step out on faith, because I know my mom wouldn't want me to be here being, she know that I'm sad. She know that I go through health issues, but she wouldn't want me to be here not taking care of myself. So there's some things I had to step out on faith to do to get where I need to be. If you've been following me, you know that I haven't been doing much exercises and doing things like what I'm doing now. But I stepping out on faith on some of these things that I'm doing, because I know they're gonna be better for me on down the road. And sometimes when we have to put faith over fear, we have to just go ahead and move forward. I'm still learning. I'm still trusting God and asking Him to make me strong every day, being able to live without my mom. I pray to Him daily. How you doing? I seen a little thing saying my mom taught me everything, but she didn't teach me how to live without her. And I have to find my way, in which I am doing. I'm finding my way, but just knowing, and I know my mom won't be coming back. My mom is my inspiration. When I get up every morning, I think about her. I think about the way she had to, all the pain she had to endure. And I had to endure some of that pain too. So I'm stepping out on faith, trying to get myself back on track. Hold on. I'm live, Bern. I'm live. I'm live. I'm live. Yeah. Ain't nothing here to drink.
I'm trying to see what that's on the drink.
You know it ain't nothing here to drink, but some water.
All right.
All right. Y'all hear my phone call? Y'all heard my phone call, D. My husband asked me about something to drink. I told him ain't nothing here to drink, nothing but some water. I told him I could drink water. I could drink water every day. Y'all hear me? Cause he told me I went to the store and then buy that to drink. I said, cause I ain't been drinking nothing but water and lemon water, and I make my tea. He be he know I went to the store today, right? He said, you ain't get that to drink. I'm like, and I said, I'm lying. But anyway, he go, I don't drink sodas. Only thing I drink now is tea and water. If it ain't water and lemons, I'm drinking plain water. And he be talking about he gotta have him some. I said, well, I don't buy what I don't drink. But I was intending to give him a tea, but I forgot. That's what he was calling me. Cause when he come in, he going around in the kitchen. Okay, I'm thinking to look at it. I learned people who you grow up with, as you get older, they will not always be there. Be the older you get, you have to take the advance of the people are in your life, because one day they'll be gone. That's right. And that is so true. Miss Key, you laughing at me. You hear Mr. Ernie? He wants her to drink good. God, he be coming here, go in that kitchen in a minute. You enjoyed your birthday, Miss Key? No, Miss Key had a birthday the 1st of March. Did you enjoy your birthday? And that's so true, Frank. Love the people while you're here. Love on your people while they're here. You know, that's what the preacher had said too. Don't try to give people their flowers when they gone. Give them their flowers while they're here. Give them their flowers while they're here. People deserve love. They deserve love now. See what I'm saying? People deserve love right now, not when they gone. So give me my flowers, y'all. I want my flowers every single day. I want my flowers every day. Hey, Six Bo, how you doing? Today is Testimony Tuesday. I was just talking about how you be stepping out on faith. And sometimes when you step out on faith, you take chances. You take chances when you step out on faith. You buy your own flowers. That's all right, girl. That's all right. But I'm just saying, the preacher said, don't wait till somebody pass and get them their flowers. Show your people that you love them every day. Love on your people every day. Every day. Lord knows, when my mom left me, if I could put a void in my heart, it's just like nobody else can take her place. Nobody else can take my mom's place. That is gonna always be, she gonna always have a special place in my heart. And no one will ever be able to take that place. But I love on my family. I love my children. I love my loved ones that, you know, that like Frank said, sometimes, like Frank had made, read, y'all need to read Frank's statement and what he said. Let me see, can I find it again? Because Frank said, I learned people who you grow up with, as you get older, they will not always be there. The older you get, you have to take advantage of the people are in your life, because one day they'll be gone. And that is so, so true. So how many of y'all know about stepping out on faith? What do y'all know what stepping out on faith mean? Do y'all know what it means to step out on faith? I stepped out on faith starting this channel. About 4 years ago. Well, I've been on YouTube. It's showing that I've been on YouTube longer than that, but my channel hasn't been up for like about 4 years. Hey, welcome in. Who is this? Here's my love. How you doing? How's you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Are you new? Welcome in. I stepped out on faith. How many of y'all know what it means to step out on faith? How many of y'all know what it means to step out on faith? Like I said, I stepped out on faith when I started this channel. I didn't know nothing about running no channel. Yes. Stepping into an uncomfortable space. All right. That's so true. I stepped out on faith starting a YouTube channel. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I'm being honest. You know, when you see other channels and you visit other channels, you know, I always thought, okay, it look like it's fun. I wish I do enjoy my channel. I enjoy my channel, and your channel is what you want it to be. Your channel is what you want it to be. It's what you want it to be. And your life is what you want it to be. I'm just going to go with the YouTube part. I took a limb. I went out on faith on this channel. I had no idea about how to run this channel. I had to learn. I had to learn everything that I'm doing on this channel. And I still don't know a lot of stuff. You see what I'm saying? But I stepped out on faith. I had to find my niche, had to find what I like to do and go with that. But it wasn't easy. If you've been following me these 4 or 5 years, you know I struggle with this channel. You know I struggle with this channel. And it's still, sometimes I'm still struggling. But what I'm saying is, I stepped out on faith just trying to see how things gonna be. And I was just saying, it looked like it's fun. I used to see all these YouTube creators doing all these different things. And I'm like, it seems like it's something I might want to try. I said, it seems like something I might want to try, right? And so I stepped out on faith and started this channel. Didn't know nothing about how the views work, how the subscribers have to be. I didn't know nothing. I'm just joining YouTube. But I had to find my way, y'all. I had to find my way, my style, what I want to do, how I want to present. Because everybody have different opinions. Everybody do things the way they want to do them. Let me read what y'all saying out here. It means the great Lord Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit. Yep, that's it. Okay. I don't care what nobody tells you. YouTube is not easy at all. When people say it easy, they are lying. It sure ain't. And I had to look. I thought it was easy, but because it's been a lot of time. A lot of time I want to just throw in the towel. You ask Miss Key. I have said, girl, I can't do this. I can't deal with this. You know, how hard we work on these channels. I mean, we work. It's some hard workers YouTube creators out here. And it still feel like you seem like you're not getting where you need to be, you know? But I stepped out on faith trying to build a YouTube channel, trying to support people the best way I can and help with the YouTube community, you know? And sometimes the devil is a lie. It is. It ain't easy. I'm gonna tell you, y'all know I do a lot of videos. You have to do a lot of editing. Sometimes I be like, Lord, I be on that little app trying to cut the videos short, or you can make the videos longer. And then when you do these live streams, like a while ago, I forgot I was on live. I'm just talking to my hub. Y'all heard me? I forgot I was on live. He talking about, you ain't bring that to drink. I told you I ain't nothing here to drink. I ain't never here to drink with water. And he had just asked me that before he left. He thought I was telling the story, right? He knew I went in the store. And he know I told you I ain't on no sodas, I ain't on no caffeine, I'm just drinking water. And I got my tea. I supposed to be feeding me some a while ago. You heard it. He had to have him some to drink on. I said, drink water. Now, he drank a lot of water, too. But when he get ready to eat his dinner, he be wanting him some like a tea, or he don't really drink sodas that bad, but he will drink those tea. And sometimes I drink those little, what's the name of those teas? I forgot the name of, but we always bow. I can't think of, but they pretty good. That's exactly how I feel putting in all this work and getting nowhere. Yeah, but I felt like that, Miss Key. And we have had the conversation before we even got monetized the first time. It takes a lot. And you really have to step out on faith and believe in what you're doing. Believe what you're doing. We might not see the results the way we want to see them right now, but eventually they're going to come. Eventually they probably will come. Like I told you, Miss Key, I know you've been working hard trying to get your monetization back. You're going to get there. And I see you be working hard. And everybody in my chat know that you've been working hard. But I tell you what, people don't realize it takes support. It takes support to keep these channels running. It do. It really do take support. I mean, it ain't the point that you might say, well, some people might say, well, it's okay. I ain't worried about this or worried about that. But if you try to get your channel a certain way, and if you want to get your views a certain way, you want to get monetized, of course it's going to take support. And at one particular time, I felt like, what do these people want me to put on my channel? I said, what do they like? Do they want drama? Do they want me to come on here and just act a fool? What do they want? So I had got so frustrated one time. I did a live. Never forget, I did a live. And I just felt like just saying, look, I said, I'm not getting the support. I'm not getting the people are not watching my videos. They're not watching my live streams. They're not supporting. And I'm like, am I wasting my time? Am I wasting my time? But I chose to keep my channel. I'm not doing it for nobody else. I do it for my own motivation. I choose to put out what I want to put out. I choose to put out what I want to put out. I'm not here in no competition with no one. I'm not trying to say, this person did that. If we work together, we work together. That's why when we do these challenges, we try to work together. We don't say we want you to be part of it. It's up to you. Because we don't know what you like, and we don't know what you don't like. We watch and support you, but everybody got their own mind, their own decision. They know what they want to do for their channels, their life. And so when we do the challenges, we try to network. We try to be able to get out and help others along with ourselves. But it's entertainment. That's it. Entertainment. Somebody named Thurman. Hi, Smell. Good to see you. Welcome in. I'm doing okay, Thurman. Good to see you. Today is Testimony Tuesday. And I was just talking about how you have to step out on faith on things that you really don't probably want to, but you have to just stick to what you know and what do you feel in your heart. And so after I lost my monetization, I felt like a lot of people like, why do it bother people when they lose their monetization? For one thing, I'm going to tell you why. Because you put in your time, you put in your hard work, and you work on those channels. And you try to put out the commentary, the content, the things. Oh, 22 months. Thank you for being a member for 22 months. I know you had been with me for about the longest. Appreciate you. So when people be saying that they don't understand why people feel a certain way when they lose monetization. Yes, that hurted me. I won't sit here and tell you that it ain't all about the money. It was about the time, the hard work, and getting there how long it took you to get in that position. Because we know that you don't make a whole lot of money over here, but when you work hard, you do deserve to get what you get. So, yes. You back, Big O. Be good in the chat now. So when I hear people say, I don't know why people be this way or that way when they lose their monetization or if they lose their channel, you work for that. You work hard for that. And it don't come easy. Everybody that's a YouTube creator in my chat know that it's not easy having a channel. Frank just said, it ain't easy. You always good. And thank you for the super chat again. I appreciate you. I get mad every time I think about it. Sometimes, but I try not to let it get to me. I know, Miss Key. But we continue to keep working hard. We continue to keep stepping out on faith. So like they said, faith, without faith, all works is dead, right? You know how they put it? But like I said, I done stepped out on faith on a lot of things. How many of y'all have stepped out on faith? The question is, what it mean to step out on faith? Woo! Big O, you might be to hit the lottery or something. You know what? Hey, girl, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right, honey. It's been hard, but I have to, like I said, I have to continue to keep God first and keep him moving. Have to, like I said, losing my mom, it put a big void in my life. And now I got to learn how to live without my mom. And that one thing is hard, but I know I got to keep living because I know the more I worry, the more stressed I be, and the more it affect my health. So I got to grieve and take care of myself all at the same time. I have to step out on faith on some of the things that I know I got to do to make sure I'm getting where I need to be on this journey. I don't do nothing for no one. I do it for me. I got 4 little grandchildren. I'm married. I got my 2 children. I got my brothers. I got family and friends that I know. They saying, we're rooting for you. We know what you're probably going through, but you cannot sit here and not take care of you. And I know my mom won't want me to do that. She won't want me. She know I'm sad. She know that I'm sad. It's been 2 months since right now I'm getting emotional now. But I asked God to continue to make me stronger. And being on my channel, it's just like it's an opening. It's a chance for me to continue to keep moving. And I started doing my health plan the doctor gave me. My doctor told me I need to focus on my heart, focus on my health, and that's what I've been doing. I don't let no outside noise bother me. People can say or do whatever they want because they don't know me. They don't know me. They just know me by a stream name. That's it. I gotta get this song out for Big O. He on the road, y'all. He on the road. Did my stack him up super chat? Thank you, Big O. I thought I seen a super chat. A super chat. I did. I got a super chat. So thank you. That's right. This is my sis Galatian, y'all. I don't know if y'all know her, but she come from the R. Kelly sector. She wasn't the one, some of the one, like I said, I got some sisters over there. They come over here for the Dream Team. But her name is Galatian, and she come in the comments sometimes. She'll pop in on my live. But I'm gonna read what she says. It's good to see you. How's everybody doing over there? We ain't been seeing Dana live lately. I see Alicia post some every now and then. I see it and quiet down over there, Saga. Ooh, it was a mess over there. I'm so glad Dana doing what he doing. I know people still be trying to start with him and stuff, but I'm glad this year because I saw what he had posted. He wasn't dealing with that stuff this year. And that's the thing. That's just how the devil is. When the devil know that you're trying to do good and know that you want to have a peace of mind, here go that devil come on along, try to do all they can to try to take you out your character. But I'm so proud of him because I prayed for him. I always pray that, Lord, let him get a little peace of mind. I pray for him all the time. But I learned too, y'all. Long as you keep feeding into these devils, they're going to continue. They're going to continue to keep trying to go at you. And sometimes you could just be in your own world and they'll just start stuff. And I have seen that happen to Dana a lot of days. He could be doing his own thing, but somebody's still going to be at him. Because that's just how the devil works. The devil work like that. When they say the devil be busy, the devil is definitely busy. So let me see what Galatians said. Amen says, I lost my grandmother and I always depended on her. She passed now. I got to depend on God. Ooh, so long, God. And that's what I'm saying. I have to. I cannot go a day without God. I cannot go a day without God in my life. He's my all in all. And he's the one I turn to. Because I'm going to tell y'all, when I lost my mom, my mind, it went. Before I lost my mom, I hadn't had because I have anxiety disorder, right? Before I lost my mom, I hadn't had no panic attacks. My depression and my anxiety was doing so good. But when I lost my mom, everything, I went to pieces. Mentally, I had to get myself back on track. They had to give me more anxiety medicine. But now they didn't took one of them away. But I had got to the point where I just felt like I'm like, I wasn't ready. But that's one thing I learned. You never be ready to lose someone, because that one thing about, we don't know when, we don't know where, and we don't know who. When it's your time, or it's time for God to call you home, He gonna do it. And I had to learn all of that. Deep down, I know it hurt me. It hurt me every single day. There's not a day I don't go by thinking about my mom. I bust out and cry in a minute. My husband will be like, "You all right?" Because I went and took her some flowers the other day. And then her niece died. They buried my mama's niece. I couldn't even go to the funeral. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't get dressed to go to my cousin's funeral. I told him it's just too early for me. It's too much. So I was with my family the weekend, and I took stuff to the house, but I just couldn't go to the funeral because my mom had only gone 2 months, and it's just been hard. Been hard. So let me read what y'all saying. Yes. Thank you, Miss Key. It's not easy. I had to use my YouTube channel to educate my new pastor on our ministry of music. Okay. People thought it was a joke when they said our ministry of music is known worldwide. I'm going to have to check that out. You got some of that on your channel? And didn't know I regularly post up songs. Yeah, I know you got some songs. I see where you got when me and you did a live stream and stuff like that. Y'all check each other out. Y'all can type the word troopers if y'all haven't connect with each other. And thanks again, Big O. I stay you Big O. That's my home family now. That's that's my home. That's where I started from. But I started with the sector, but I choose to share my channel what I want to share, But I do support him. I do support R. Kelly. What that man did in his bedroom ain't got nothing to do with me. But it was a lot of holes in some of those stories, Big O. It was a lot of holes in them stories, but that was for the judge and all of them to decide. They decide to do what they do. But everybody deserves second chances. Everybody deserves second chances. It doesn't matter who you are. Everybody deserves second chances. Yes, the devil come and kill sin. Yes, it sure do. Yeah. But that's my family over there. The Dream Team is my family. No matter what I do on my channel, that's where I started from. And they respect what I put on my channel, Like I said, right now ain't nothing really going on with the sector besides some of the people just want to start drama, and I stay away from that. I got heart and blood pressure. I got health issues. I ain't got time. I'm too busy over here trying to live right. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You have to, let me see. You have had both your parents your entire life, been married to one man, and raised successful children. This is your first time experience real pain. Yes, it is, Six Bowl. It is, girl. It is. Lord knows it is. It really is. And whoo, I never could accept her death until a few years ago. Was at the graveyard every day. Girl, when I went to my mom's grave for the first time Friday, I could. My brother not talking about, y'all better get her. Y'all better get her. And I promise, I be saying I'm not gonna cry today. And some of my tears has slowed up, but they haven't went away because it always gonna be something to remind me of my mom. And then I use my mom as an inspiration because I know my mom was in pain every day. She dealt with joint issues. I'm dealing with joint issues. And when y'all see me doing these little exercises and stuff, I push myself. I push myself every day to get up. And there used to be time I couldn't hardly get out of the bed, y'all. It was time I couldn't put my feet on the floor. That's why I know God is over me. He's watching me, and I know he's with me. Because I used to be in just that much pain. I used to have to give my own self shots every day, every 14 days due to pain and authorizing. I have came a mighty long way. That's why I don't do nothing but give God all the glory. I give him all the glory. I'm still struggling with some things, but I know stepping out on faith and having faith in God, knowing that I know things I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. And then for the doctor to tell me I need to work toward making sure my heart is working properly and doing things for heart health. That's why I'm doing the cardio. That's why I've been trying to eat right. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. But I step out on faith. I put faith over fear. Like I said, one of my biggest fears was I didn't know that I didn't know how it would be to live without my mom. I'm getting choked up. How it would be to be able to live without my mom. But I know I got to keep living. I got to keep living. I still get emotional, but I'm getting stronger. I'm getting stronger. And if anybody lost someone, their mom, grandmother, child, brother, sister, you know what I'm feeling. You know what I'm going through. But I have to continue to ask God to make me stronger every day. Every day. I have to say, Lord, continue to give me the strength. So there's one of my testimonies that I thank God for giving me the strength to be able to do the things that I'm able to do. Because there was a time when I wanted to give up. Years ago, I want to give up. But I have to look around and say, Lord, thank you. Thank you for keeping me, watching over me, protecting me. I ask him daily. I said, Lord, thank you. Because life, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's not easy. So I step out on faith. I step out on faith daily. We get tested every day, y'all. God tests us every day. He tests us every day. Sometimes God will put you in a position just to see, is you listening? He want to get your attention. When I first got sick in 2016, when they told me I had cancer, I thought that was one of the worst things I could have heard in my life. When the doctor told me they're going to have to cut me, I was afraid. Because I know when they tell you got cancer, they start cutting you open. I know what it does. It spreads. But I had a good surgeon. I had a good God. I had a God that was watching over me. I had a God that was watching over me. Do y'all hear me? And I've told my testimony since I've been on here, since I've been on this channel. Y'all know that I'm a cancer survivor. But I couldn't have done it without God. I ain't had a life like this in a long time. Y'all know how me and Terry and I used to be out here, but y'all know I had to get myself together, get my mind right. But I'm feeling much stronger than what I was. I'm trying to get back to that form of having panels. And if anybody want to come on the panel, let me know. I dropped the link. Me and Terry used to be up here. Terry used to be up here singing and different things like that. But I thank God daily. And I don't mind. I don't mind telling people what God has done for me. I don't mind. I really don't. And a lot of people, when you get to talking about the goodness of the Lord, they don't want to hear it. But why shouldn't you? Why shouldn't you talk about what God do for you? It wasn't that alarm clock that woke you up this morning. It was God Almighty. It was God Almighty that woke you up this morning. You had your alarm clock set at 6 o'clock, or you had it set at 7 o'clock. But God breathed life into you for you to wake up. So that's my clock. I thank God daily. This year, I'll be a 9-year cancer survivor. But I sit back and think about some of the things that I have seen over the years, that people that had the same type of cancer. I done had relatives had died. Even my own mom, my mom that had cancer. But I'm just saying how people have left here. But he spared me. He spared me. And I can't help but to give him all the glory. I can't help but to give him all the glory. One thing about me, I don't try to pretend. I don't try to put on. I just be who I am. And one thing about me, I am a child of God. I don't try to come over here and say I'm a Christian, preacher. I'm not none of those things, but I am a child of God, and I will speak on him. Ain't nothing wrong with speaking on God. Y'all ever be sometime, you can be down in your last dollar, and then you like, Lord, where am I going to get this? Where am I going to get this to pay this bill? Where am I going to get this to buy grocery? Then all of a sudden you get a blessing. It could be somebody just giving you something just out of the blue. Or you might just get something through the mail. Or you might find something in one of your old pocketbooks. Or you might find a couple of dollars you had in it. You know how you wash your clothes. Now tell me if I'm wrong. You will find a whole lot of money doing laundry. Tell me if I'm wrong. When y'all do laundry, don't y'all find some money in y'all laundry in y'all washing machine? You done had $1 stuck in your pocket and forgot it was in there. That's your blessing. It wasn't meant for you to spend that $1 that day. It wasn't meant for you to spend that $1. Children, I be like, oh, this girl left that money here. My husband, those dollars add up. You hear me? Because sometimes we will soon forget. You better watch that $1. It's still spendable. But what I'm saying, sometimes God will put stuff out there for you and you don't even know it. Sometimes you can mess up your own blessings. You can mess up your own blessings. You can mess up your own blessing trying to hurt somebody else, or you can mess up your own blessing when you don't try to help somebody. You know what I'm saying? Either way, you're going to get a blessing. You're going to get a blessing. So I thank God daily. I might not have everything I want, but I do thank God for what I got. See what I'm saying? I really do. And my channel, I love my channel. And y'all ought to know. Y'all see, I post. But I try to do things to help lift myself up, keep myself lifted up along with others. You never seen a video where I'm tearing no one down, because I won't do it. But don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You come over here wrong, I may have to straighten you out. But I'm just saying, I'm not in none. Don't bring me none. But one thing I have said, and I have told my Dream Team family, we have to defend ourselves. We have to defend ourselves, because And that's just life, not just on YouTube. People will try to come in like your channel. If you consider your channel your home, don't let nobody come over there and disrespect your home. Because you don't want nobody just walking up in your house. That's the way I feel about my channel. You just can't walk up in my channel and think you going to say what you going to say to me. If I don't get you somebody that on my channel will, and then I have those moderators will pop out them bushes. Don't think they don't be watching now. So that's one thing about me. Respect goes a long way. Hey, First Lady, y'all see Georgia girl ain't been this way in a long time. Now, I haven't did a testimony Tuesday. I haven't been so deep in the way I'm talking now. It's been a minute, because I had to get myself, been through a lot. I had to get myself back on track with stuff. But yeah, it's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. Like I said, I thank God for his grace and mercy. Today is Testimony Tuesday, and I was just saying, Lord, we have to step out on faith. The topic today is stepping out on faith. And I was asking the question, how many of y'all have to step out on faith on things to be where you at today? A lot of us have to do that. Sometimes when if you up for a new job, or you up for a better position or something like that, you really got to think about it. Then, you can be offered a new job, but you know how the environment is. You done heard about the things that go on the job and how people are on the job and things like that. And you have to really pray about these things. You have to really step out on faith and say, look, you think about this job because it's for your family, it's for, to better yourself. But then you on the other side, you like, do I need to be in this type of environment? And then you have to say, I'm going to step out on faith and just see how things going to be. I have stepped out on faith on a lot of stuff. Like I said, stepping out on faith on this channel, stepping out on faith to get where I need to be on this wellness journey. There's a lot of stuff that I do now that I couldn't do years ago. But I know by me having faith, what got me to where I'm at today. And I got to continue to keep the faith. And I got to continue to keep trusting God in order for me to be where I need to be on this journey. It's not easy. I'm not going to sit and tell nobody. It's not easy to let go of a lot of the fried chicken, the spicy foods, the trying to eat right. Like my husband talking about something to drink. I had to just let them sodas. It's a lot of stuff. My doctor told me you got to let go because it's making inflammation. It's growing. It's spreading. The doctor didn't have to tell me but one time. You need to focus on your health. You need to focus on your heart health. He was telling me about I had my left side of my heart was a little enlarged, but he don't want me to panic about it. He want me to work on trying to make sure it don't get worse. So he put me on a plan to do exercise, eat right, make sure I'm taking my medication and stuff like that. Sometimes you have to step out on faith whether you want to or not. You got to do what makes you feel better, not for nobody else. You got to do what's best for you. And so I had to really put it in my mind. This is what I need to do. And I do it. I do it. Okay, let me see what y'all saying. You have to gather people together sometimes and give them the word. Disrespect and not to tolerate by anyone who, that's right, no matter who they are. No, everybody want to. Hold up, y'all. Y'all heard my first phone call. I'm trying to hear this.
All right.
But I'm here. I'm trying to read what. It is good to see you, First Lady. How was your weekend? How was your weekend? And thanks. Shout out to my members. First Lady is one of my members. Her Miss Key, Big O. Shout out to all my members that came through. Let me see what she said. You have to gather people together sometimes and get them to work. Yeah. Disrespect is not tolerated by anyone, no matter who they are. Girl, you better say it. We must remember if a person doesn't want you sitting at their table, don't devalue yourself by walking through the ooh, you, ooh, exactly. That is so true. That is true. Let me see what else y'all was saying. You have to step out on faith and believe that God have you covered in every step of the way of your journey. And I know that, First Lady. I know that he does. And I know that he's watching over me. He's walking through with me daily. Like I said, I'm still grieving, and then I'm trying to focus on my health too. So I put those together, and I know God is, I know he's watching over me. I know he walked with me daily. So I'm trying to put some up here. Well, a lot of people don't believe you do have to step out on faith. You have to keep trusting God. You got to have the faith. We have to choose faith over fear. Like I said, my biggest fear always, let me tell you, not being here with my children. It was one of my biggest fear as I was younger. When I was younger, I always prayed to God and said, Lord, let me live to see my children get grown. That's what I always used to say. I used to pray to him daily because you got young kids. And, I always said, let them, I pray that they get grown and be able to have their own. And my children are. My son, he's a businessman now. My daughter, she's a nurse. I got my 4 grandkids. And, I'm still here. That was one of my prayers. That's all parents' prayer. They want to see their kids get out and do it on their own and start their way. But one of my biggest fear was not knowing how I would be to lose my mom. I'm still struggling with that, y'all. I'm still struggling with that. But I ask God to continue to make me stronger. I didn't know how to feel losing a parent, but I know now. I know now. I have lost loved ones and stuff like that. And that was one of my fears. Well, how would I be if I were to lose my parent? And now I know. I know how it feels. I still have those moments. But I got to just continue to keep asking God to make me stronger. I ask him daily. I'm in a little group that I share and, we talk about stuff. I'm in a group with people that grieving and going through things. And, it helps me when I talk about it and, but I do still have those moments. I'm human, y'all. I'm human. And I be asking myself, will I ever get over this? I know I will. I will get over it, but I can't forget about my mom. But I know she wouldn't want me here not taking care of myself. So I have to focus on that. Like I said, I'm a little sore because I've been doing my cardios and I'm on my 3rd week of that. So my testimony today is, Lord, continue to strengthen me. Continue to keep me I be asking him to keep me mentally sane. Keep me at peace. Continue to give me the strength to keep getting out of bed, doing the things I know I need to do. And stepping out on faith is part of what I'm doing. Like I said, for example, stepping out on faith for this channel. I ain't had no idea about being a YouTube creator. And I'm still learning some things. I've been doing this YouTube channel about 4 years, almost 5. And it's still some things I don't know about YouTube. It's still some things I'm learning for this channel. But I step out on faith and I keep it going. So if anybody got a testimony they want to share, they want to come on the panel. I want to start by having people come on the panel. I'm trying to get back in the way I used to be. And, like I said, there was a big void in my life that took a toll on me mentally. But I'm getting there. And then now I'm doing focusing more on my health. That would keep me going a lot right now, Yeah. So I still get emotional, y'all, but hey, I'm human. Ecclesia moments are a time in a day where you meet your personal needs and personal want. Not having ecclesia moments will cause a decline in physical health and mental health. Yep. And so my husband, because I had went to my mom's grave for the first time Friday, and I cried when I got out there. We took flowers. When I got back home, I wasn't feeling good Thursday and Friday, so I don't even think I came live Friday and Saturday. I don't think I did. No, I wasn't feeling good, and my husband he heard me here crying and stuff. Hey, how you doing? Just life, good to see you. Welcome in. I've been seeing you in my comments. How you been doing? And like I said, I just visited my mom's grave after 2 months, and it's just like it's still fresh on me. But I continue to ask God to make me stronger every single day. Welcome in. Let's welcome Just Life in the chat. I think they're new, or they might have been over here. Let me see. But I know I be seeing them. I be seeing this channel in my comments sometimes. How you been doing? Yeah, I'm connected with you already. Okay. She have a chat over there, everybody. Y'all make sure y'all check her out. Let's see what she do. So she do vlogs, daily work vlogs, cooking, shopping, laughter, encouragement. She just enjoying life. That's all right, girl. That's all right. Y'all make sure you check out. I know I seen you in some of my comments a couple of times. That's right. All is well. Trust in God. That's right. Today is Testimony Tuesday. And if anybody want to come up and share a testimony, you can share it in your chat, share it in the chat. I usually do panels. People come up and share things about what they've been going through, and things is working out for the good for them. And like I said, my topic today was stepping out on faith. Sometimes people don't believe. You got to have faith. You got to have faith. And that's why, I lost my mom, but I know I got to keep trusting God, because if I go around the way sometimes I feel, I'll be a lost soul. But I have to turn to God. I have to turn to him and ask him to continue to make me stronger. Because my husband saw me crying Saturday, and he was like, Lord. And I know it's been 2 months since my mama gone, but it's still fresh to me. And like Miss Key said, some people grieve for years. So I just continue to ask God to continue to make me stronger, continue to guide me and watch over me, give me the strength that I need to continue to stay on this path that I'm doing. Because right now, my main focus right now is my health. Y'all probably see some of the food I share. You probably see me doing the little cardios. And that's basically what I'm thinking about right now. Making sure I get myself back on track so I can be around. My mom lived 86 years. She stayed on this earth 86 years. I'm 57. I want to continue to do what I need to do, but I can have my years. You know what I'm saying? But Don't nothing come easy, y'all. Nothing. Nothing come easy. Like I said, we have to just keep continuing to trust God and have him to lead us the way. Let's see what y'all make sure y'all that's right. Great topic. Without faith, it's impossible to serve God. Do you have a testimony? Anybody want to come up? I can put the link. If you want to come up and share a testimony on something that you had been going through and you know it was nobody but God what brought you through this. I share my testimony. I'm a cancer survivor. I went through it and I said, God, like I said, sometimes we be tested. We be tested every day, y'all. Every single day. And in 2016, I was a lost soul. But my life changed mentally, physically, and spiritually. My life changed. Yes, there are some things that I used to do, I don't do now. And it don't bother me. Only thing that I'm focused on now is living. It's living. After that diagnosis, everything changed for me. It made me look at life. It let me know that you cannot take life for granted. And love on your people. Love on your family. Like I always say, give people their flowers. Give them their flowers while they're here. So I done been through a lot. There are some battles I done won. There are some battles I'm still struggling with. But I know I cannot do them without God. I know I can't make without God. I don't know about nobody in my chat, but I know I cannot make it without him. Because when I went in surgery that morning of 2016, September the 21st, the people came back and told me they had told me they had seen cancer. They went in and removed one side of my thyroid. My little cut back and faded out, but I got a mark right here that I look in the mirror every day and said, Lord, I do thank you. This little scar remind me about everything that I went through during that time. Things could have been worse for me, but it wasn't. It was all God done, nobody but God. And I can preach about it. I can talk about it. Because I know it wasn't nobody but him. Nobody but him. They had diagnosed me with stage 3 thyroid cancer. They told me about I had to use radiation. And I'm not ashamed to say, y'all probably say, girl, wear wigs all the time. Yes, I do. Because I have an immune disorder where my hair don't grow. Ever since that cancer diagnosed, I'm up and down with my weight. I have joint issues. Now I had to start doing some things for my heart. It's a lot of things that I'm going through that I wasn't going through before 2016. So that's why I say my life changed. It didn't make me focus more, make me closer to God more. It made me go through. Sometimes God take you through all these things. He knows when it's time to set you down. He knows when it's time to set you down. I worked all my life, years, up until 2016. I had the point where I couldn't work no more because of my health. And I'm always put God first. I'm always put me over anything. My family, my children. I'm always putting them over anything. So over social media, over everything. You see what I'm saying? What y'all saying? Without a test is a testimony. Amen, amen, amen. And thank you for my flowers. But I thank God for him daily. Thank God for him daily. And and sometimes you have to go through something to know what you know. Everybody can say they didn't did this, they didn't did that. But if you have not walked in their shoes, if you have not walked that road of struggles and going through things, you can't tell another person nothing if you haven't walked those shoes. So I appreciate God for his grace and mercy. Yes, I talk about him a lot over here. And why not? Why not? Why not? He's the reason you're in my chat. He's the reason I'm sitting up here on this panel. Yep. So I'm just reading y'all comments. But like I said, sometimes stepping out on faith, it doesn't mean that it's gonna be all bad. It'll work out for the best. It'll work out for the best sometimes. I was talking to my mom. I got a little emotional, but I haven't got struggle because when I first tried to come back on YouTube right after my mom died, I couldn't even let y'all see me on camera because I was crying. My eyes had been puffy. Um, yeah, I know she's in heaven, and I know she's smiling down on me and my brothers. Did you get some to drink? I forgot I was on live when you called me about that. I said, man, ain't nothing here to drink. But I enjoy my channel. I mean, I do what I'm able to do, what I can do. I try to support the best way I can. Um, and that's what it's all about with me. If I can't lift you up, I'm not gonna tear you down. Nope. If you deal with me, you deal with me. If you don't, you don't. I mean, I ain't finna argue with you because you have your opinion about how you feel about anybody. You know what I'm saying? I thank God for the 2 or 3 that come over here. And I make do with what I make do with the people that come over here. You know? Yeah, it's good to have more people in your chat. It's good to want to have different stuff, but I just go with the flow. Go with the flow. God to have 2 or 3 fishes, but he fed those people, didn't he? He fed those people out there, those hundreds of people. He took those fishes and all right, same to you. I gotta go over there and check out your videos. I see you be over there cooking too, don't you? You say you over there living life, and that's good. That's what we have to do. I'll make sure I got your bells on. Have my bells on if I can catch your how often do you be on your channel? I see you be on. Do you do open it? Make sure I got your bells on. Y'all make sure y'all check her out. Check out Just Life. If you type Troopers, your link come up. I know you did something like, see, she be posting like, she posted, I think the last time she posted was, she got some spaghetti up here. Ooh, you did that not today? That look good. Looks good. She got her spaghetti meal over there, y'all. I got your bell on if I can see your she got that good old cornbread. Yeah. I hear you, girl. I'll make sure I got your bell on if I can see whenever you ever do another video. I'm just looking at some of your short videos. She be able to cook it up some. Okay. Just life. That's right. You gotta live life one day at a time. We cannot take nothing for granted. But we're in a new month. It's March, and I'll be sharing some things about March awareness. The awareness for this month is autoimmune disorder. Some people probably don't know what that is. I'm gonna be sharing some things tomorrow about autoimmune diseases. That's from some people that have lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, thyroid issues. I have fibromyalgia and stuff like that. It fall in that category with chronic pain and stuff. That's what I've been dealing with for years. Degenerate, because I got the osteoarthritis in my back. But I'm gonna be sharing some that awareness this month. And March is also Women History Month. So I'll be sharing some stuff about women history. And we also doing the two boiled eggs a day challenge. We're on day 2. We're on day 2. Fish and 5. Okay, yeah. 3 loaves of bread. Yep. He made it multiply, then he tear it. So I said, it don't take, but it ain't what it is or how much it is what you do with things. You know what I'm saying? You can make do with a lot of stuff. It don't have to be much. I'm just checking something out real quick. Because with God, all things are possible. God, all things are possible. It really is. With him, all things are possible. So I'm gonna continue to do my work on my thing for heart health. I'll be doing the cardio. I'm gonna try to walk some days since it's warming up or some. I done came a long way because I still can't walk a long way, but I can put some steps in. But a few months ago, I could hardly put my foot down because I was in so much pain. And like I said, I done been through some things, but I know I couldn't have did a lot of these things without God. Without him, a lot of things are not possible. Hey, welcome in. Are you new? Who it is? Charlene? Oh, hey, Charlene. Look, I gotta go get my eyes checked. I just saw Shirley. I thought it was somebody else on the end. How you doing? Good to see you. Y'all make sure y'all check my girl out. Hey, TNT, how you been doing? Good to see y'all. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, thank you. Girl, I've been trying. My doctor told me he was proud of me, told me to keep going. I've been so, Charlene, all this up, I've been so. How you been doing, TNT? I love you too. I be seeing you on, you be doing some stuff on Twitter. I be forgetting you had that page. You got a different name over there, don't you? You getting better. That's good. That's good. Yep. Like I said, I was just talking about how we have to step out on faith. Y'all ladies, have y'all had to step out on faith or anything? Sometimes we have to step out on faith to get where we need to be. Sometimes we just be like, we have to pray by everything. We pray by everything before we do anything. And sometimes stepping out on faith, sometimes it be for our good. Whether we might not want to believe it or not. Because without faith, all works is dead, right? Right? And he wants us to, God tests us every day just to see. He wants us to be, he'll put us in positions where we didn't think that we needed to be. But he'll put us there just to see, for us to get closer to him. If y'all understand what I'm saying. I know I have been there. Like I said, I'm stepping out on faith, doing some of the things that I'm doing now. I'm just stopping shopping. Something about to say hello. Okay. So you recovering from your surgery? You still recovering from your surgery? I've been doing a little exercise. My doctor was saying it'll help my heart, make sure my heart flow real good. I have to keep my blood pressure monitored and stuff. Cause when I lost my mom, my blood pressure had went up, and that's normal. When you grieving and stuff. But right now, I'm just focusing on my heart health, my joint health, just trying to continue to keep living. Just doing what I'm able to do. I can't worry about what I can't do. I just thank God what I'm able to do. You see what I'm saying? And I hadn't did a testimony Tuesday in a long time. Yeah. But I thank you for supporting TNT. You take care of yourself. I know you've been going through a lot, but I see you be coming in on the comments sometime. I appreciate you. How you been working on your channel lately? Y'all make sure y'all connect with everyone. But yeah, I'm doing okay. Trying to work with these little exercises, even though I still have pain. I try to do what I'm able to do. I don't try to get on there and act like I'm gonna do a marathon. Nope. I do things what I'm able to do. You hear what I'm saying? Yep. But I just want to come on and share that. That's it. If anybody want to come up, y'all let me know. I'll drop the link. If anybody want to come up and share anything, it's a new month, new opportunities, new goals. This is the third week of the year. It's finna start to get warm now, y'all. The time finna start changing. Yep. Everything's gonna be shifting, It's gonna start by getting what? Be more daylight. No, I have been really in a lot of pain, but I will. Okay. Well, you take care of yourself. Like I was saying when I was off for a little while, I said this channel gonna do what it do. You gotta take care of you. You got to take care of you. But I appreciate you for supporting. And I'll be around whenever you come back and do some stuff. They just stepping out on faith, taking action or making decision based on trust in God rather than your own understanding. Visible circumstances or comfort level involves moving forward despite fear or uncertainty, believing that God will provide guidance, strength, and support for the journey. And that's what I'm doing. I'm stepping out on faith, y'all. I didn't know how, like I said, I didn't know how it would feel to be without my mom. I was fear. I was like, Lord, I don't know you can say, I don't know what I'd do if I lose my mom. I have used to say that, right? And now that I experienced it, it's hard. But I know I got to continue to keep living. I got to continue to keep doing what I need to do in order for me to be around for my grandkids and my family. So I step out on faith on a lot of things. The doctor, when I went back to the doctor the other day, I told him I was a little sore because I had started doing some cardios about what he was telling me to do. And he told me he was proud of me, but he's told me don't overwork myself. Just do what I'm able to do. And that's what I do. I do things in my own pace. And, but I know sometimes you step out on faith, it always work out for your good, especially when you know God is in the midst of it. So they said a key aspect includes trust and oversight, following divine nudges even when the outcome is unknown. And that's what it is when you step out on faith. You don't know how things gonna really be, but you have to trust God that it will be good. Like I said, when I stepped out on faith on this channel, I had no idea how to be a YouTuber. I had to learn it like just like everybody else. After I was on my channel for a little while, I started learning the different things about being a YouTube creator. Before when I first started, I didn't know that you had to get a certain amount a certain amount of subscribers to get monetized. I didn't know that you have to make this get paid on YouTube. It was a lot of stuff I didn't know because I wasn't really, I was just posting. When I first started YouTube, I was just posting stuff. And then I started to find my way and started to know this is what I want to do and this is what I want to share. I started learning ways to be able to figure out this channel. But it's some work. I tell you, anybody, keeping up a channel does take time, consistency. It take work. You hear me? It do take work. And you got to be able to separate that from your real life. There's a time where you have to be for yourself, your family, and you have to just put that social media, just sit there. And if you got some people supporting you, they gonna be there for you whenever you go through your trials and tribulations. You going through some sickness or you going through some things with your family. If they support you, they're gonna come back and support you. If they're your real supporters like that. Because when those days I didn't come on, I told Mickey, I said, I can't even focus. I can't even see myself getting on camera because I was too emotional. I was too emotional about my mom. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Live Pride, that's one of my members. Good to see you. I was just over here just doing a testimony Tuesday, and I think I went back to being the way I was, but I seemed like I was becoming myself again. And I was talking about stepping out on faith, how we have to step out on faith, even though we don't be knowing what the outcome gonna be, but we still do it anyway. I'm still here, got you running and watching TV. Okay, Frank, I understand. But yeah, but I'm doing okay. I'm getting there. But yeah, like I said, sometimes we have to step out on faith. You know, it's just like, just for instance, we be doing these challenges and you do challenges and you uh take a chance on a new job or you take a chance on getting a brand new car and stuff like that. Sometimes you step out on faith. You don't be knowing how the outcome gonna be. You really don't, but you have to keep trusting God in the process. In other words, you have to trust the process that things work out fine. Listening, I'm trained. Okay. I'm training somewhere right now. Okay. Well, thank you for coming in. Are you live? Are you been live? Because I know I seen you the other day, but I wasn't able to get in your chat, but I did see where you had was doing your workouts and stuff. Y'all make sure y'all connect with everybody. We got my members in here. Y'all make sure y'all check them out. We must remember your real supporters will understand your because you do have life outside of YouTube. You really do. Oh, you went? Yeah, I know. I saw you when you went live. I didn't get a chance to get in your chat, but I did see you when you went live. But yeah, I was talking about stepping out on faith. And sometimes we step out on faith. Sometimes we might be at a place where, in other words, like when you going for a job, you wanna go for the job, but you know that you might not be comfortable doing the job, but you know that you got to have a way of living. See what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to just step out on faith and just see how things be. But if you never step out on faith, or if you never try to do something, you'll never know. You would always feel like you will always probably feel in fear or something. That's why they always say choose faith over fear. When I first started YouTube, I was just focusing on YouTube, but the older I get, I do other random stuff. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because Frank, you've been on a long time too. And like I said, we put on a lot of work on these channels. We do. Some of us probably been on more than 5 years, more than 6, 7. You put in a lot of work. You really do. We all put in a lot of work, and we work hard. We work hard. And, you know, it's one of those things. Some people like me on monetize, but that don't mean I get paid all the time. And see, I had to learn all that. See, when I first started YouTube, I'm thinking like, okay, you usually hear people talking about they get paid. It ain't what people think it is. You know, yeah, like those big YouTubers. Some of them probably do get paid every month, but you got to make $100. You got to clock in $100 before you get paid. And sometimes it might take me 3, 4, 5 months to get that. You know, much as I put out videos, it still take at least 3 to 4 months for me to get $100. It ain't that easy unless somebody donate to you. You get paid according to your views. You get paid according to the donation. You like the super chat, whatever. But they get a certain percent of that. I was here when music was lit and YouTube wasn't petty about it. Yep. Everything has changed now. Everything. To get into the game of life. Yep. Everything have changed now, y'all. It ain't nothing the same no more. Nothing. I miss my childhood days. I wish sometime we can go back to the 80s and it wasn't so bad. I mean, we went through stuff, but ooh, this generation here, I tell you, they something serious. You hear me? They something serious. They are something serious. So sometimes we have to step out on faith, obedience, and provision, relying on God for the resources and direction, similar to how Elijah relied on God provision. Yeah. Action oriented. It requires active movement, not passive waiting, often in response to prayer, and it's discussed by the some spiritual leaders, a clear word from God. Like I said, sometimes when you're stepping out on faith, that just, you know, God trying to see. In other words, He'll put you in that position for you to just go on and try this out. You might not feel comfortable doing it. Sometimes you can be in a place where I have been places like, oh, have y'all ever just been in places where you just don't feel comfortable? How many of y'all have been in places like that? It'd be some good places, but sometimes it's just not comfortable for you. But you All right. Good night, y'all. I'll see y'all later. All right. Good night, y'all. I'll see y'all later. That's what you said. The All right, good seeing everyone. Y'all make sure y'all check each other out. Anybody live now? All right, good seeing everyone. Is anybody live now? Check each other out. Anybody live? I think it was my computer. I think I hit the wrong thing over here. Is anybody live now? Hold on. I think it was my computer. Good night, Charlene. Good to see you. Y'all make sure y'all check out Charlene. She have her other channel, Conscious Business and Opportunities. Check out Frank G, Lion Pride. Who else was in here? Miss Key Kitchen. We had Big O in here. Thank you, Big O, for the super chats. Who else was in here? With some new people came through. I want to thank everybody was coming over. Frank and Tara, thank you for coming over. And I hope y'all enjoyed y'all birthdays. And like I said, whoever got birthdays in March, happy birthday to all of y'all. Like I said, we're in the third month. I don't know, it was my thing was muting out or something. I don't know what was going on. But we are in the third month of this year. I'm thankful for a new month, new opportunities, new blessings. Like I said, I'm gonna keep moving forward and working toward my journey. We're on day 2 of the 2 eggs a day challenge. Tomorrow is Wellness Wednesday, so I'll probably share some things about autoimmune system because this month is autoimmune awareness month. So I'll probably share some things about that. Still gonna do my little cardios. I do them and I record them. That's what I be doing. I try to do them like when I get up or whatever, while I'm loosen up a little bit and go on and get those a little bit out the way, and basically just trying to stay healthy the best way I can and do what I'm able to do. Please listen to the gospel song Another Day's Journey. Okay. Hey. But yeah, I think it was something going on my computer, Tier. I think it was I don't know, I must have hit it when I had that phone up there. But other than that, I'm looking at Miss Patty. She cooked some oxtail. That's what it looked like. It looked good. That's what it looked like. Y'all make sure y'all check out my members. Thank y'all members for being with me. Some of y'all have been with me over almost 2 years, and some have been with me since I've been back monetized. Thank y'all for your membership. Thank you for the super chats I got today. I appreciate it. I'm gonna give y'all some more flowers. I don't know. I think I messed around and hit that muting button when I had that phone sitting up there. I'm just messing around for a few minutes. But like I said, stepping out on faith is just like really taking chances. You really don't know some of the outcomes, but you have to just take the faith. Just take chances and see how things be. And sometimes stepping out on faith be for our own good. It's just like you going into something new or trying something new for the first time. I was trying to change that out. But I'm still here. I was gonna be here a few more minutes since I got my sounding back up. I don't know what was going on. So was going on with the sound, but I got it back right now. So I'm trying to do something real quick. Got spring coming up. Kids will be out on spring break. Yep. Before you know it, the kids will be out for summer. I got me a graduate coming out this time. My first grandchild will be graduating. I'm proud of her. She went into nursing, following her mom's footsteps. Yep. I don't want to put that little thing there up there. See some. But other than that, y'all, I'm hanging in there. I have came a long way from where I used to be. And I also have some things in my shop. Y'all want to check some of those things out. I'm gonna put some things in for women health. Like I said, March is Women Health History Month, so I'll be sharing some things about that, and I'm gonna share some things about autoimmune disorder tomorrow. I was trying to see was anybody live that was in the chat. Is Key you live or you already been live? Go on my channel. Y'all don't forget to check out the ones that doing the egg of the day challenge. I got some. I'm gonna boil them eggs. I got me some fresh farm eggs. I'm gonna boil those. Put a couple of those in there. They said those eggs. Well, I have had some before. They be real fluffy. I'm trying to see what make Key live. Let's see where she's live at. I'm still here, y'all. Just checking out some. Hey, Parika, how you doing? Good to see you. How things working for you? You eating them eggs, girl? I saw what you asked was, can you eat the egg with some? You can eat them like whatever you have for your breakfast or dinner. Cause this morning I had some eggs and I had some grapes, so you can put the egg with something that you like. Well, that's good. You enjoying the weather? How's your weather where you at? Cause it was kind of like spring weather today. It was kind of like spring weather today. Yeah, I'm gonna be talking about that tomorrow. Autoimmune disorder or disorders of the human body where the immune system attacks the organ, blood. Yeah. Cause March is autoimmune disorder month. So I'll be sharing some things about that. You worked on it today? Okay. I was supposed to get a couple of. Oh, y'all do? Wow. But yeah, you can eat your eggs with whatever you want. Whether it could be your snack, it could be your breakfast. It could be something with your breakfast, just in case you have an egg and toast. Egg and bacon. As long as it's a boiled egg, just give you some boiled egg in. So we're on day 2. Next week we're gonna be doing the last challenge. Gonna be 30-minute live stream, and then we're gonna think of some more to do. Yeah, it's just something for networking and just try to help. That help build your channel. Cause I know those shorts, you probably get new people, be some people connecting with you. Probably ain't never been to your channel, so it's all about networking and doing something to help with your channel and help inspire you or some of the things that if you're working on any type of wellness journey, some of the things we do will help out. So yeah. But yeah, today was Testimony Tuesday, and I was just sharing. I miss you did okay. Um, Today was Testimony Tuesday, and I was just talking about stepping out on faith. You know, a lot of people be like scared to step out on faith on things, but sometimes stepping out on faith, you have to just trust God in order to be for you to be able to do that. There's a lot of things that I didn't think that I can do, but I stepped it out on faith. There was time that I couldn't do some of the exercises that I'm doing now because this shoulder here it's still painful, but I can't go too high because I do have they told me I had a rotator tear. So that's why you never see me when I'm doing my stuff. I don't try to overdo it. I do it at a pace, and I can't go way, way high over this arm because I know, what I go through, and I deal with my back and legs. So I do what I can do. I step out on faith. I trust God on it, and I know everything gonna work out for my good. Anything that you're trying to do to help better yourself, it'll happen. So shout out to everybody that's working on them for them, that are doing something to better themselves, but not for nobody else, but doing it for you. And we just gotta keep hanging in there, keep trusting God, and we will get there. Eventually we will get there. Um, I used to do Testimony Tuesday every Tuesday. I used to have people coming up on the panel. But since I've been doing a whole lot of different stuff, I'll pop up. I try to give where if people want to share anything about their goals, their journeys, they can have the opportunity to share it with us and things like that, their testimonies and stuff. But I've been getting some input in the chat from Frank, Minister Terry, Miss Key, everybody that came through today. But that's basically what I was just talking about faith today. We be tested every day. God tests us every day. Sometimes, he'll put us in positions where we don't want to be in, but he'll put us in there just to see how we gonna handle things. And sometimes he do things for to make us get closer to him. Sometimes, we find ourselves questioning him and things like that. And I used to question God, but now I'm like, you can't question him about what he's doing because he knows what's best for all of us. We must remember, without a test, you want that exactly. So okay. Those some good scriptures. If you in the chat, Terry, sometimes he'll drop little things like nuggets and stripsers and things like that. It'd be all in good faith. It'd be all in good. It'd be positive about some of the things he'd be dropping. You can check out some of those scriptures and things that he'd be dropping in the chat. But like I said, I'm going to wrap this up. But like I said, my testimony today, I thank God for his grace and mercy. I pray that he continue to give me the strength, to keep moving forward. This is a journey. I'm on a healing journey, a wellness journey. Like I said, I always had feared how would I be without my mom. Now I see what the feeling is, and it's not a good feeling not to have my mom here with me, but I know she's not in no more pain. Because I will often be ripping and running, trying to make sure she's okay. And, I have to look at the picture, the bigger picture. She's not dealing with it. She's in heaven. But I had to learn how to accept that, being able to live without her. And it's still hard. But, I keep turning to God for strength. I keep asking him to continue to make me stronger because I know I got to be strong. I know I got to have the strength to be able to do the things I need to do for me to continue to live long and continue to do what I have to do to stay on this path of life. So I want to thank everybody that did come through. I appreciate everybody. Thank you. And you are a wonderful mom. I be seeing some of the things you be sharing about your kids. And, you know, I see your son be over. I saw your son had cooked, what was that I saw you say your son had made? Your son had to made something the other day. And I was looking at it. I said, okay. Your son be helping you cook. That's good. Yeah, I did my best, Parika. I did my best. My mom she didn't want to go to a nursing home. And I didn't, a lot of people kept saying, why you didn't put in one? She didn't want to be in one. She was where she was able to tell us what she didn't want to do and what she didn't want to do. And she just got to the point where, God got ready to take her home. I done got a little emotional earlier when I was talking about it, but I'm getting stronger though. I'm getting stronger. Getting stronger. Yeah, it looked good. But thank you. Shout out to Parika. Shout out to Frank G. Shout out to Miss Key. Shout out to Sassy. Sassy is also doing egg of the day. Um, let's support the best way we can. If we can go over there and give that person a thumbs up, the ones that are in part of the challenge, let's support. If we're able to see the videos, let's support all the way around the board. Like I said, this is to help all of us. That is great. I know a lot of people, like Frank, say he can't do them boiled egg. I told him I understand. I gotta cook me some more. I had cooked 5, and I'd have ate my 2 today. I think my husband ate one. I believe my husband ate one of them, y'all. Because I knew I had 5 eggs in there. I could have sworn I had cooked 5 eggs or 6 eggs. Because that's what I did. I had cooked like 5 or 6 eggs. But tonight I'm going to cook some more. And that'll probably take me for the rest of the week. But I got some fresh eggs. Some farm eggs. So hopefully they'll be okay. My husband brought them yesterday. For somebody that gave them to them. They were from the farm. So I'm looking forward to eat those. I got to have all them eggs out my system by Friday, Parika. My grandchildren said, Grandma, don't come up here. You done ate all them eggs this week. My grandkids tell me, Grandma, you been eating egg all week. And I normally see them about the end of the week. They tell me, they tell me, your stomach already ain't no good. You eat eggs all week. They said, don't come to our house. I say, y'all. As by the time I come up to a child, they'll be gone. But I usually eat eggs anyway. Don't tell them. They know when I been came down. Grandma done left all these eggs. But those my babies, honey. They said, don't come here. Grandma come up here with them eggs, y'all. Y'all know what she gonna be doing tonight. But laughter's good for the soul. But I enjoyed everybody for coming through. Y'all continue to stay blessed, stay encouraged, and always stay what? Prayed up. And thanks for coming. Bye, y'all. Don't forget to check out my people. Check out my people doing the shorts, doing their thing on their eggs. They doing either communal wall or they doing videos or shorts. Don't forget to check them out, y'all. See y'all later. And check out me doing my little cardio. Woo. I'm so right now. All right, y'all.